Appreciate the support. Appreciate you being along for the ride. And we're going to keep this journey going. So let's go ahead and jump into it here. So this is a product here from CVLife. Bore sights are not new to the industry. Some people use them. Some people swear by them. Some don't. I've seen them out there, but I've never really sort of sampled with them to see what the difference was over like the laser bullets. One thing I did definitely notice about the laser bullets is that the beam is often not that strong. So they're okay for short distance. But if you're looking to zero over a distance, then usually those little laser bullets are not really sufficient. So I guess that would be one advantage of this bore sight, because this is a much stronger laser, stronger beam. So you've got more distance you can cover with this. And I believe this is more accurate than the bullet from what I'm hearing. But let's jump into it. This is a neat little package that it comes in. It's a little case here. Pop this bad boy open. And it looks complicated, but it's actually fairly simple. So we'll get into what's what. So this here's your manual here. This is going to be important because this is what's going to guide you through what these little adapters are. These adapters basically are the different bore sights for all the different calibers. And that's all the way down from the tiny ones up to the larger ones. Because this can actually be used all the way up to shotguns. So you'll see this little cone here. This is the adapter that you're going to put on the bore sight device if you're actually using it on a shotgun. But for rifles and handguns, we won't need to use this, but you do have this in case you need to sight in a shotgun. But let's see if we can't set this up a little bit better. We're going to be using this against our 308 here. We're going to be bore sighting this in. We've got an ACOG on this bad boy with the red dot on top. And I haven't sighted it in since I put it on there. So this is perfect. So we're going to sight that in. But for now, let's kind of move this off to the side to give us a little more room to work here. Yeah, so that'll work. All right, so there we go. So let's show you the device first. So this here is the laser. And this uses one, it's a CR2 battery. It comes with two, but it only uses one, so you have an extra battery. Slide this back a little bit so you can see it there. Yeah, so it comes with two batteries, but you only need one at a time. I've already put the one in there and install it. It basically just unscrews right here, separates, and you put your battery in there. So that's pretty straightforward. The only thing you're really going to be touching on here, this is your on and off button, and this is the tip where you're screwing your adapters on. So let's get into the sheet, because that's going to be more of what you need to understand. So this here is your user's manual, and within here, all those different adapters have numbers assigned to them, and those are for the different calibers. So as you go through here, it will explain, like here, this bottom row, and you see they have that adapter on there. This is for the shotgun gauges, and it'll tell you which adapters are going to be for those. But the top row, which is what we're using and what most people are going to use, that's going to be for your rifle and pistol calibers. And that's all the adapters that's going to be for those. And then as you go through here, these are all the different adapters, and they actually have it set up in calibers and they have it in millimeters. So no matter what you're zeroing, you can pick an adapter that's going to work for your particular firearm based on the caliber or millimeter, whatever it's designated in. So just an example, we're going to be doing this 308. So, and this goes in, it ascends up as you go through it. So it starts with the smallest and goes up. So we're looking for 308, and on here, it's over here. And it's going to be a range. So it's not going to just say 308. Like this one here, it says 295, 0.295 to 0.305. So that's close, but we got a 308. So you can look at the next one. That's for the number 14 adapter. If you go to the next one, that's the number 15, and the range on that one is 0.305 to 315. So you would think that would be our fit. But another thing to know with these adapters is that as you screw it in here, and let's go ahead and grab one. So we're going to start with the number 14 for our 308. So these are the adapters, and the numbers are actually on here. So this is the adapter, and you probably can't see it on the camera, but on the face here, it's got the numbers on there. So this says number 14 right there, and it's got a screw head on here. And you're basically taking that and screwing it into the end of the board device, the laser board device. But what you want to take notice of is that these adapters, they're split. So I don't know if you can see that on camera. Yeah, I think you should be able to pick that up. Let's come this way. See, they split there. And what that split does is it allows it to expand as you screw it further down on the board device here. So for a 308, we're starting with this smaller one, but the further you screw it out, the more it's going to expand. So let's take our barrel and let's go ahead and clear the weapon here. So we've got magazine, pop that out, and weapon itself is clear. So this is clear. We'll close that. And we're just going to stick the muzzle up here because that's all we really need to see. So you're going to basically take this and you're going to shove it right down in there. And now that went right in. So that's not big enough. It's not expanded enough. So you take that bad boy back out and you just screw it in a little further. And then try it again. Now that was a snug fit. You can feel it there. It stops and it goes in. Now, if you want it a little bit tighter, because we want to be accurate, you can screw it just a little bit more. It'll let you know if it goes too far because it won't go in. Now that's a nice snug fit. So now we're ready. And that one was the number 14, which 14 is 0.295 to 305. So don't get caught up in the numbers. You just want to be in the ballpark. Like we didn't even go up to 308, but as we expand this, we expand it out to 308. So that works for us. So that's all you need. And from there, you're going to turn your laser on and you're going to line up your sights. We're going to actually do that. So, but we're going to stand up with that and let you see it work. So you've got all of these, and there's quite a few adapters on here. Let's pull that out. Now this is set up, so we don't need to do anything else with this. We just put it to the side. And we're going to put our weapon back over here for now. And you've got adapters. This is quite a few adapters. So you can fit it for anything. There's a couple of extra screws in here in case you lose or damage a screw. And this is, looks like an Allen head. You got a hex wrench in there in case you need to. I'm not sure where that would go. Maybe you can take that apart. So you got a hex wrench there for that. But I don't know too many people that are bore sighting shotguns, so I assume you're not going to use these as often, every once in a while, but you have them if you need them. You're mainly going to be down here with the rifle and pistol calibers. But this is a nice setup, and this is extremely accurate. This lets you get right in there and pinpoint it. So this here, the rest of it, it's just going through the other sizes and then kind of walking you through how to install your battery on the back side there. And then it further walks you through how to put your adapter on, gives you examples on how not to do it. You don't want to be on an angle, you want to be straight. So you want to push that bad boy all the way in so that cone can go into the barrel and get centered. So it's pretty self-explanatory. And then this is the rear here, just telling you how to line it up. So, but we're going to do that. So we're going to break here from the table. We're going to get in the standing position, and we're going to go ahead and zero that dot. So give me just a moment to get set up.